The hour of 6 o'clock having arrived, we're going to call the regular meeting of the Sherman Village Board to order. Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
And President Clatfelter.
Okay, 7 members of the village board present, quorum being established. We're going to proceed with the order of business as set forth on the agenda. For the record, today is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018. We're at the Sherman Village Hall, 401 St. John's Drive in Sherman, Illinois, 62684. Time is 6 o'clock. This is a regular meeting of the Sherman Village Board of Trustees. Moving along in the opening, we're going to move to item number 2, and that is the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's have our Vice Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, Miss Jane Van Hoos, on your cue.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jane. Okay, next item, let's set the agenda. The agenda's been posted 48 hours in advance of this meeting in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. There can be no action items added to the agenda. That being said, the chair would entertain any motions or any discussion items to be included on the agenda. Are there any discussion items? Seeing none, the chair would entertain a motion to set the agenda. Trustee Long makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Hahn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the agenda is set. Clerk's report. Item number 1, the presentation of the December 4th, 2018 meeting minutes are presented for approval by the clerk. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as presented? Okay, seeing none, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Trustee Rockford makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Tim. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. Those minutes are adopted as presented, will be added to the village website for inspection and review. Next item, item number 2, is the semi-annual review of the executive session minutes. Essentially, we need to do a semi-annual review. This is customary. Every 6 months we do this with the executive session minutes. Motion, we need a motion to keep the executive session minutes closed based on any potential litigation items along those lines regarding the executive session minutes and how long that they have not been in the expired, I guess. Any discussion? Customary boilerplate. Need a motion to, Trustee Gray makes a motion to keep the executive session minutes closed. Is there a second? Seconded by Trustee Rockford. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. That measure is approved. The next item is the presentation of the bills for approval. The clerk and treasurer have presented the bills to the Board of Trustees. You have been emailed these. Anything to ask questions about?
I can't find the list here, I read it earlier. Something optic, like $3,600, what was that?
That was a thermal imaging camera, I believe, for the
Police department? Correct. Right.
Any other questions?
I
Who's
was
in the
going to add to the list. I thought I didn't get this on there, and I thought I did. There's a payment that's due to Dunn Company for the work on
Oh, yes.
Sebring Road.
Yes.
And I thought I put it on the bill, on the listing, but I'm going through, I don't see it there. The total amount is $19,829.90.
Okay.
That is going to come out of the motor fuel tax fund.
Say that one more time.
$19,800.
Well, I'm going to take that in a separate motion. I'll entertain a motion to approve the bills as presented by the village clerk and the treasurer. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Schultz makes a motion. Is there a second? Seconded by Trustee Gray. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. Those bills that have been presented in the board member packet are approved for payment. Next item, we need to add that because it is time sensitive. So that being said, one more time, Mr. Treasurer, for the record, what is the amount?
It's $19,829.90. It's a payment to Dunn Company, and I believe they're out of Decatur.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve in the amount of $19,829.90 payment to Dunn Company, as stipulated by the treasurer, DUNN. This was actually already approved by the board, so technically you don't really have to take any action because we approved this, but let's just do it for good measure. So the chair would entertain a motion in that amount to make that a payment to Dunn Company for that road work that was completed on Sebring Road. Public Safety, or Public Works Trustee Brian Long makes a motion, seconded by our Public Safety Trustee Jay Tim. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gray.
Yes.
Trustee Hall.
Yes.
Trustee Long.
Yes.
Trustee Rockford.
Yes.
Trustee Schultz.
Yes.
Trustee Ted.
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. The bill will be paid as voted on previously and as voted on this evening. Treasurer's report, there is no treasurer's report, correct?
Correct.
The village engineer has the evening off. It's a light agenda. That all being said as well, the legal report, Counselor Don Craven has the evening off as well. Village Administrator, Economic Development Coordinator, anything to report?
No report.
Takes us to the President's report. There's only one item underneath the President's report. We do this every year. This is a thank you, a big thank you to our staff, our police department, Public Works Department, our administrative staff. We cannot thank them enough. Public Works has the town looking just beautiful. I cannot even count the amount of compliments that I am receiving when people see me, giving accolades to how well the town looks. People, telling other people you have to drive through Sherman. So that's bringing, people and commerce through our town. Place does look beautiful. They've worked very hard at that and many other things. Police department, same thing. You guys have done an unbelievable job all year long. Keep it up. We appreciate your service and everything you do for the village. The administrative staff, everything you've done to keep all of the events running and the gears and the cog just rolling along. That brings us to the item number 1 on the agenda, which is a one-time merit stipend for dedicated service and a job well done in 2018 for our current employees. We did this last year. This is a $250 stipend, essentially for each employee. There are 11. This is for the full-time employees of the village that would be receiving this. Any trustees seeking recognition want to give any statements or just make a motion to thank them for their dedicated service this year?
Just back on what you said, I think the town looks really great. Those guys working hard all year, really appreciate it, so.
So do you want to make a motion to
I will.
$250 stipend payment to each employee as detailed on the list that's been given to the Village Board of Trustees for the full-time employees, seconded by Trustee Rockford. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray.
Yes.
Trustee Hall.
Yes.
Trustee Long.
Yes.
Trustee Rockford.
Yes.
Trustee Schultz.
Yes.
Trustee Ted.
Yes.
And I'm going to vote yes, the measure having received a constitutional majority, allowing the village president to vote on that measure. I would like to be recorded as a yes as well. That is 7 members of the village board unanimously voting yes. The measure will be approved, and treasurer, we ask that you initiate the payments to each individual employee so that they can add it to their Christmas. Committee and department reports. Any committee and department reports? See none. That brings us to the Sherman Police Department. Chief Mayor, anything to report?
Just thank you very
Sherman
much.
Emergency
We
Management.
appreciate it. And,
I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, thank you very much, and I'll pass it on to the guy.
All right, very good. Sherman Emergency Management Agency Director Mose is slightly under the weather, there being a light agenda. I told him that we did not need him this evening. Brings us to the Sherman Public Works Department. Again, light agenda. Those guys have been working very hard, so we gave them the evening off. There is no new business to come before the board. There is no old business to come before the board. We do not have any civic organizations seeking recognition. Brings us to the public comment period. We have 2 individuals who have signed in to speak and address the board. I am going to ask Mr. John Miller to please come forward. Mr. Miller, if you can please come to the podium and present the board with your public comments. As you know, it's a 3-minute public comment period, and so I'll start the timer when you start speaking. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all I wanted to say is, I'm happy holidays and happy new year, and that was all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
And same to you as well from the Village Board of Trustees and myself. And the next individual is Mrs. Sandy Walden. If you could please come forward.
Also, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's been brought to my attention that, about the village compensation, and the trustees and president compensation. The compensation in the code, village code, states that the mayor gets $300 salary, base salary, and the trustees get $250 a month base salary. That's just whether you have a meeting or not. Then the president gets an additional $100 for each regularly scheduled meeting, and one special meeting, a maximum of 3 meetings per month. The trustees can get $125 for one, I think of one way I'm reading this, one additional meeting. Yeah, not to exceed 1 special meeting per month. And then the village president also can get $20 per hour for work done outside of meetings, up to a maximum of 500 per month, which would be 25 hours for the month. And it says, no working hours shall be carried over from month to month if the president works hours in excess of those required to reach the sum of $500 per month. Well, Mr. Mayor, you receive a maximum salary of $1,000 every month, and when I FOIA'd for the hourly that you claim that you're doing 20 hours or 25 hours a month of extra work other than meetings, but you don't report that. And I think the taxpayers would require you to report that. I'd like to know what other employee, village employee, or person on the payroll gets paid without reporting their hours. In fact, I think at least one person was really reamed over for not reporting the hours or not using timesheets. So I think that you should be accountable to the taxpayers as well and report your hours. That, in my opinion, for accounting purposes and auditing purposes, that you should be doing that. It's surprising that they don't require you to do that, or that nobody's requiring you to do that. But I think for the taxpayers, you should be doing that. And it may be a minuscule amount, but it is taxpayer money. So I think you should be, you say you're transparent, you should be reporting those hours every month. Thank you. That's all I had to say.
Thank you very much. Okay, so that concludes the public comment period because there are no other individuals who have signed in to speak and address the board. There is no executive session this evening, which brings us to the adjournment resolution. Is there anything further to come before the village board?
I'm gonna say something about the Christmas party, Sean.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no.
You mean just a kind of?
What we had, you know.
Oh, yeah, so,
Sunday.
on Saturday?
Or Saturday, sorry.
Yeah. So we had a huge success for the children's Christmas party. Again, I want to thank actually the trustees for stepping in, and actually we had some other helpers.
Yeah.
A lot of volunteers stepping up. I see the organizer, Mr. Sean Bull, is in attendance, and another guy that might have been there that I want to thank as well without thanking him too openly. And we'll stop there. But yeah, that was a huge success. The Willie the Frog competition was another great success. It is so fulfilling to see what that little competition has turned into for the children in this town. The chants, the yelling, the screaming, the screams, the smiles. I mean, they're priceless, especially when you're standing there and they're grabbing at your legs and you know, you see the faces, because the crowd can't see what, you know, I get to see and what the police chief and the deputy chief and the administrator gets to see in terms of the drawing for the contest prizes. We stepped it up again this year. Every year we step something up, you know, whether it be adding fireworks and surprising the town with the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Stepped it up with a few additional prizes in addition to the Sky Zone grand prize. So it keeps getting better, everything keeps getting better in the village of Sherman each and every single year. Who knows what next year holds, but yeah, big, huge successes for the children's Christmas party and the Will of the Frog competition. So anyway, I think that's, anybody else have anything? All right, with that all being said, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There will be no more village board meetings this month unless something really serious arises. What's that? All righty, so the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion to that effect? Motion's been made by trustee Rockford, seconded by trustee Long. What time is it? I think we got, what, 6:16? 1 minute ahead of schedule from what Byron estimated we would be out of here at. So is there a motion to adjourn? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. We're adjourned at 6:16.